Hi guys, and welcome to the Garden of Dogs and Cats. Today I'm going to be showing you how to repot any variety of cacti. I'm currently repotting 6 unknown varieties. I just got them from like Walmart and Aldi's, and I've been avoiding repotting them because I didn't have tongs or anything like that. So today I'm doing it because I have to. So the biggest thing that you're going to want to do, especially with store-bought cacti, is you're going to want to bare root them as much as possible, because usually the soil that comes with them in the store is not good. It's made out of peat moss because peat moss is cheap, and peat moss becomes hydrophobic when it's dried out. And due to the fact that you don't water cacti very much, they of course do dry out, and so the soil becomes very hard to water. With peat becoming hydrophobic, the water actually will run down the sides instead of getting to the middle to the roots, and your roots will desiccate and die off if not taken properly. And since you really don't want to water cacti all that much, this is not good for them. So my soil mix contains topsoil, bark, and worm castings, which is worm poop, and then chicken grit, which is my choice of drainage material. So today, like I said, I'm repotting 6. I've already finished 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the best method. It's going to seem kind of rough and kind of rude, but it's the best method I've found to get the soil off. And then of course, as you can see, I'm wearing a glove to try to prevent myself from getting pricked. Unfortunately, this doesn't always work. I highly recommend getting a pair of tongs with like the plastic ends on them, because this will allow you to hold the cacti like this without getting pricked and clean the bottom off. That's what I usually use, but I have lost mine at some point in time, so I'm having to do it by hand, which is a little hard. But so I have my soil mix already pre-mixed in here and ready to go. Ow. And then I have this big pot for the one that I've already bare rooted, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to bare root, and then I'll pot the one I've already bare rooted. Alright, so you're just going to take them and you want to squeeze around the edges of the pot to get them as loose as possible, and then if you do it right, you should be able to pop them out just like this. I highly suggest having a separate container to put the soil in, because you're not going to keep this soil at all. You're going to want to trash it if possible. If not, you can throw it in your garden or something, but it's not really recommended to keep the soil from the stores in your pot after you've dumped it. So then you're just going to hold your little cacti and you're just literally going to go to town on it. This one's way easier than some of the ones I did earlier, but what you're going to do is you want to get all of it off as best as possible. And of course, once you've done this, I'm not going to finish doing it since I've already finished one. Ow, I'm telling y'all, your cacti should look like this. Now this one has almost all the dirt taken off. There was some pieces that I can't get out. And then once this happens, you're going to take your new pot of soil and you're gonna put a hole in it. Let me switch my camera. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pot of soil, you're gonna make a little hole in it, and then you're gonna take your little cactus, and you're just gonna see how deep you need to make it. So I actually need to make this hole a little bit deeper because this one has bigger roots than I expected. And my rule of thumb is I do use moist soil to make it easier to make the holes. So then you're just gonna do like this. Stick it in there. And if you're really particular about it, you can kind of stick the roots in there and then just pat it down, and then you're going to push your soil around the sides. Okay. And then if you have any roots exposed, you can just take your soil and put it around here like this. And you're probably going to get pricked, which is why tongs are recommended, because you can actually hold the cacti in place while you dump soil around it. I just prefer this method because I find it way easier, even with tongs, to just go ahead and fill the soil up so you don't have to really guess. And then you can kind of, once you've got the roots covered up, you can kind of adjust it, and voila! Your very thoroughly planted cactus, although I have to go back and put some dirt in that hole right there. And that's all that's to it. It's really simple, really easy to do. And then the soil I'm using is very, very draining. So these guys will be good to go. There you have it. Alright, Alright, so that was easy as pie. That's how I repot my cacti. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these 3 that I have left to do, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!